Sunshine Books, Science, Feathers in Flight by Fred and Jean Biddulph, and read by Mr. C, the teacher. Feathers. What makes birds different from other animals? Birds are the only animals that have feathers. It's a rainbow lorikeet. Birds have feathers to keep them warm and dry and to help them fly. Small birds, such as hummingbirds, have about 1,000 feathers. Large birds, such as swans, have as many as 25,000 feathers. This is a mute swan. A bird's plumage. Feathers are made of keratin. Our hair and fingernails are made of keratin too. The coat of feathers that covers a bird's body is called plumage. Can you see the difference between the different types of feathers that make up this bird's plumage? Wing feathers help the bird fly. Tail feathers help the bird steer while flying. Body feathers keep the bird warm and dry and help it to attract a mate. Down feathers keep the bird warm. This is a crested hawk and its chicks. Down feathers. Down feathers are very soft and fluffy. They lie next to the bird's skin to keep it warm. Some baby birds are covered in down feathers when they hatch. This is a baby black swan. Body feathers. Body feathers lie on top of the down feathers and also help keep the bird warm. The body feathers of different birds have different shapes and colors. This male golden pheasant has very brightly colored body feathers. Some birds, such as ptarmigan, have body feathers that match the color of the bird's surroundings. This is called camouflage, and it helps the bird hide from its enemies. The ptarmigan is brown in the summer so it can blend in with the rocks. And in the winter, the ptarmigan's feathers are white so that it can hide in the snow. Tail feathers. Different birds have tail feathers that are different sizes. Some birds have hardly any tail, while others have long tails. Most birds use their tail feathers to steer while flying. Some birds also use their tail feathers to balance. A magpie uses its tail feathers to help it keep its balance. Some male birds have long, brightly colored tail feathers, and these feathers are used to attract a mate. A blue peacock displays its tail feathers. Wing feathers. The wing or flight feathers are the most important feathers. These feathers help a bird fly. Here's a black kite. Different birds have different shapes and sizes of wing feathers. The wing feathers of an owl have a fringe on one side which helps the owl fly very quietly so that it can sneak up on mice and rats. This is the wing feathers of a barn owl. Feather care. Feathers get worn and ragged during flying, so birds slowly lose their feathers or molt. Many birds molt once a year. To keep their feathers in good shape, birds look after their feathers all the time. They clean them and smooth them out with their beaks. This is called preening. There is a pelican preening its feathers. Some birds also take baths in water or dust to clean their plumage. Here's a hen taking a dust bath. Jays clean their plumage by spreading their wings over an ant hill. This is called anting. The ants make a chemical that gets rid of the bird's parasites. Some water birds, such as ducks and seagulls, put oil on their feathers to make them waterproof. They get the oil from a gland near their tail. Flight. A few animals, such as insects, bats, and many birds, can fly. Birds are the best flyers because they are built to fly. Most birds that fly have very light bones, and many of their bones are hollow. There's a skeleton of a pigeon and a bird's hollow bone. Did you know a bird's skeleton may weigh less than its feathers? How do wings help a bird fly? Well, air flows over the wing. A southern black-backed gull in flight. When the bird flies, the air flows smoothly over its wings. A bird's wing is a special shape to help the bird fly. It is round on top and curved underneath, and this helps the air lift the bird when it flaps its wings. You can tell how a bird flies by the shape of its wings. Can you match each bird with its wings? Golden eagle, a swift, a royal albatross. Taking off. Most birds take off by leaning forward, spreading their wings, and jumping into the air. Some birds jump off cliffs into the wind. Here's a gannet jumping off a cliff to take off. Some large seabirds take off by running fast across the water. There's a royal albatross taking off from the sea. How do birds fly? Well, there are 4 different ways of flying. Birds can flap their wings, soar, glide, or hover. Many birds fly by flapping their wings. A finch flies by flapping its wings. Large birds of prey soar on drafts of warm air. They do not need to flap their long wings while soaring. The peregrine falcon can soar for a long time. Large seabirds, such as the wandering albatross, glide over the sea. Some birds, such as hummingbirds, beat their wings very fast to stay in one spot. This is called hovering. A calopeo hummingbird hovering. The hummingbird got its name because when it beats its wings, it makes a humming sound. Landing. To land, a bird uses its wings and tail to slow down. As a bird lands, it spreads its wings and tail out. It flaps its wings to stop. It sticks its feet out and lands. Some water birds land on water, using their webbed feet to slow them down. When a pelican lands, it looks like it's water skiing. Birds that cannot fly. There are some birds that cannot fly. Penguins use their wings as flippers. They can swim well, but they cannot fly. The Gentoo penguin swims underwater using its wings. Birds such as the New Zealand kiwi cannot fly. There's a kiwi bird. Large birds such as the ostrich and emu cannot fly because they are too heavy. That's a male ostrich. Although the ostrich cannot fly, it can run at 50 kilometers per hour. It can also kick its enemies very hard with its strong legs. Feathers and flight. Look at these feathers. Can you tell what they are for? Look at these birds. Can you tell how they fly? The wing feathers of a swan help it fly. The down feathers keep this duckling warm. The peacock's tail feathers help it attract a mate. The gannet glides across the water. The Canada goose flaps its wings. And the ruby-throated hummingbird hovers in the air.